I can't make enough money to support myself.
All I do is work. I'm broke as fuck.
Welcome back, guys. In this video, I want to talk to you and also to you women about a subject that's been in my head for quite some time. Let's get into it.
Look, I am all here for the strong, independent woman, but goddamn, can I just have a man send me money? Like, I don't want to talk to you, but I can't live in this economy alone.
I'm 38, and I think I'm just done with, like, everything. I'm so tired from struggling. I'm tired from doing everything by myself. I can't make enough money to support myself.
I swear, all I do is work. All I do is work. I'm broke as fuck. I got a million motherfucking bills. Every time I turn around, another bill is slapping the shit out of me. Like, I'm sorry that I don't want to be bothered. Bitch, I'm working. I'm trying to fucking survive out here. It's fucking hard, okay?
Can we just all come to an agreement right now that young people are like, we have absolutely every right to be exhausted and tired at the end of our 60-hour work weeks? I am freaking dead, man. I'm dead. Today I'm dead, but I am spending my day cleaning and catching up on all the laundry. But when you talk to like elderly people, they're like, well, you're young and you should be so energetic and you have all this life in you and because you're young. And no, that is not how it works. Because being young doesn't mean we're not tired from working 60-hour work weeks and going home and doing all the work at home and taking care of our kids in between all of that. Like, you guys could stay home with your children while the men went out and did the work and made the money.
And this right here is precisely the thing that has been in my mind for quite some time. How is it that an old traditional system that has been working fine for hundreds and thousands of years, where the men went to work, the woman stayed home, raised the family, all of a sudden, that is not a good thing? And I believe that all of this started in the 40s because the men went to war and the woman took over the factory jobs and also at the same time maintaining the balance in the home. The women back then were doing exactly the same thing that women are doing today. And when the men came back from the war, they took their factory jobs back and the women went back home. And I don't think the government liked the idea of losing the taxpayer that was created due to the war. And from the 1940s all the way to the 60s, in those 20 years, I firmly believe that it was the government that created and crafted this movement that we're having today. But they needed a way to tell women that they can do everything that men can do because we just proved it that they can during the war. And now we need to make sure that we get that taxpayer back into the workforce. And they succeeded in convincing women that they don't belong in a house. Raising the family, the old traditional system is not good, but that they belong in a corporation, behind a desk, working for somebody else. And in doing so, they created another taxpayer. And as a result of that, now you have women in the workforce, children are in daycare, the nuclear family is being destroyed, marriages are being destroyed, and now the woman is incentivized to divorce the man. As a matter of fact, in many of these cases, women are even paid to divorce their husbands. And now the government takes part into the woman's life, becoming the government themselves the husband. And by doing that, the government creates dependency. And by creating dependency, they secure voters.
But if you don't have a 2-income household anymore, you ain't gonna survive this economy. Like, we don't have a choice but to hustle every single day, every day of our lives.
And this, my friends, is the power of propaganda. They have succeeded in convincing this young woman and many other women that they have no choice but to hustle every single day for the rest of their life. They have succeeded in removing women from the traditional role that has been working fine by telling them that living under the patriarchy is oppressing. And they have moved the women into the workforce to work for a corporation that is being run by men.
I am 41 years old and I have absolutely no savings for retirement. I've spent the last 10 or 12 years being a broke single mom and at times living off of food stamps.
This is exactly what I was saying earlier, creating dependency. And by creating dependency, they secure voters.
So I don't know when I'm ever going to retire. I plan on dying at my cubicle.
I have used this exact same video of this woman in another video that I made earlier, but I decided to use it again to make a point in which she was talking that she would probably have to work till the day she died that she would probably died at her cubicle. Well, some lady died at her cubicle at age 60. Check this out.
A Wells Fargo employee went to work the morning of Friday, August 16th and never went home. Tempe police tell 12 News 60-year-old Denise Prudhomme scanned into work at 7 o'clock in the morning. 4 days later, police responded to the office building near Washington Street and Priest Drive for reports of a subject down. Prudhomme was declared dead. The Tempe Police Criminal Investigation Bureau is investigating, but do not suspect foul play. A Wells Fargo employee exclusively spoke with 12 News, but asked not to be recorded or identified out of fear for their job. They say a colleague found Prudhomme dead at her desk in a cubicle while walking around the building on Tuesday, August 20th. Prudhomme's cubicle was reportedly on the 3rd floor and away from the main aisle. This employee says several people had smelled a foul odor, but passed it off as faulty plumbing. They say while most Wells Fargo employees at this Tempe location work remote, the building has 24/7 security, and someone should have found Prudhomme sooner. The incident left several employees feeling scared and uneasy. This employee wants to see new safety protocols in place, telling me, quote, "It's negligence in some part." A different worker also spoke with 12 News anonymously.
It was just uncomfortable.
Again, calling on the company to do more.
Body was there about 4 days before anybody found it, before anybody walked up to her and just to say hi, make sure she's okay. She was just laying on her desk.
Well, this news really sucks. This woman was single. There was no one waiting for her at home. If she had someone, that person could have well called and asked for her. But hey, this woman was dead for 4 days. And when they showed up to her cubicle, they found her dead, swollen, and stiff.
A Wells Fargo spokesperson previously sent 12 News a statement saying, in part, "We are deeply saddened by the tragic loss of our colleague at our Tempe office."
Look, I'm going to tell you something that my wife tells our kids, our 21-year-old and our 18-year-old, and a lot of our nephews and nieces who are also at the teenage years. The corporation that you work for does not have feelings. They don't care about you. They're only there to make profits, and they're going to pay you what they think you are worth. They don't even know, and they don't even care to know who you are. You are nothing but a serial number on a spreadsheet, and if you get fired, someone else is there to replace you. In the case of this woman died. I'm sure they have somebody else ready to replace her because the company has to keep making the money. Sure, that little letter that said that they send the condolences to the family and blah, 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 that's a bunch of bullshit. I am willing to bet that those higher-ups didn't even know that this woman existed, which is why they have a spokesperson. Again, you are nothing but a serial number on a spreadsheet. You are replaceable. Look, I used to be one of those guys that believed that a company cared about their workers, but I quickly realized that that was not the case. When I was 28 years old, the company that I was working for at that time made a financial decision that impacted the life of many of my coworkers. Some of them ended up losing their jobs. And they made those decisions based on what was best for the company, to keep the company afloat and to keep making money.
Bro, when I tell you I'm so sick of going to work, bro, it is work this, work that, wake up, go to work, come home, eat supper, go to bed, go to work in the next morning. I mean, dude, I got 2 kids. I got 2 kids that I get to see for like maybe 2 hours a day, and they have to stay up late just so I can spend time with them, you know? And then I got a wife that I get to see for maybe 3 hours a day, you know? But other than that, it's go to work, spend time at work. I just tried to go to the gym, okay, because I had a rain delay at work, and then my boss texted me after like 15 minutes of being in the gym, being, "Oh yeah, come in 30 minutes earlier. We're actually going to start at this time." Like, dude, like that basically just wasted all of my time. Drinking a 1,600 calorie protein shake. That's going straight to the fucking gut now, dude. Like, I just want to get fit, dude. I want to spend time with my family. I want to have a good job. I want to make a lot of money. Hell, I got a business that I created that I don't even have time to run because I'm so busy trying to pay bills. When I got goals in my life, dude. I got a family that I want to support. I got a family that I want to spend time with. I want to get fit. Fuck you, dude. Fuck all of y'all. The politicians. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck all you liberals. Fuck you Democrats. Man, fuck every fucking one of you. I'm sick of this. How can you live like this, man? How can you even get to where you want to be in life because of all this shit? Man, fuck you.
I have been where this man is. I know what it's like to experience what these men experience. And that is when I decided that I needed to start my own business, just like this man is doing. And I decided to start getting into the real estate business. And I worked my ass off like this man is doing it. And I started to buy rental properties. That's the only way I was able to obtain financial freedom. And I remember very clearly the very day that I quit my job. I was dropping off my motorhome at the RV shop to have some work done on it. And he called me over the phone. He wanted me to go do a project that nobody else wanted to go to because how difficult it was. And when I learned that nobody else wanted to go, but he wanted to send me, I told him that I was not going to go do that project to send somebody else. And I remember till this day what he told me: if you're not going to do this job, then why do I need you for? And I remember very clearly telling him, the only reason that I work for you is because I want to work for you, not because I have to. I am in such a financial freedom that I don't need this job and I don't need to work for you anymore. So I put my resignation right now over the phone and I hung up the call. And I remember the guy at the RV shop told me, hey, did you just quit just like that? You told your boss, that's it, you're done? I said, yeah. So my advice to you is if you're working for a company, do your job. Whatever your job is, do it and do it right because they're paying you to do the job. But do not kiss ass. That you shouldn't do. And while you're doing that, find another ways to make more money. If you can start your own company, your own side hustles, start working on it and start building it up. You have to be on your grind all the time. Sacrifice whatever you need to do to sacrifice in order for you to get ahead. You also need to set some goals. Set a 5-year, set a 10-year goal. Start working, saving money, set the money aside so that you can accomplish those goals that you have set for yourself. Deny yourself of a lot of things now in order for you to make that a reality if that is required of you. You have to remember that companies don't give a damn about you. You are replaceable and you are just a serial number on a spreadsheet. Keep that in mind. You need to watch your six at all times, and I'll see you next time.